prevented another world war. I mean, you look back, we had World War I, World War II. There has not been a global war on that scale since World War II, and there's a reason for that. It's not by accident. It is these alliances which have been formed.
That's right, and it's been worth it. It's been worth it.
Someone protesting there?
It looks like there's some
protester?
What is this, fisticuffs?
some sort of a skirmish. Someone was
What
holding
the
up a
heck?
sign.
You know, a former U.S. ambassador to NATO, who had served 2 different presidents in the United States, said this week, I don't think we can see it, unless somebody on the ground can.
He's carrying a handheld sign.
Jim Acosta, what's going on?
Yeah, a reporter is being forcibly removed from this room right now. A man who identified himself with being The Nation, a progressive publication. I'm not sure if that is accurate. He was actually with that organization, but that's how he represented himself to security officials. They initially asked him to step out of the room, which he did peacefully. They brought him back in to get his stuff, and he said that the reason why I'm being removed, talking about himself, obviously, is that he had a sign, and then he held up a sign that talked about the nuclear test ban treaty. I believe what I saw on the sign. It has something to do with nuclear. At that point, as he held it up, the security officials grabbed him and forcibly removed him from the room. I don't know if you saw any of that on camera. It was happening in real time in front of us, but it was a bit of a scuffle between this reporter and these security officials here. Obviously, all day long, security officials on both the White House side and on the Kremlin side have been trying mightily to screen everybody, to screen all of these journalists, make sure they get inside without any kind of commotion. And then, of course, as soon as we get inside this presidential palace in Helsinki, we had a commotion. Now there's a security official coming back in, not sure if he's U.S., not sure if he's Russian. He is now removing the rest of this gentleman's equipment, a laptop, a phone, and his bag. That appears to be a Secret Service officer, so it seems that you have both Secret Service and Russian security officials working hand in hand here to remove that individual. But Anderson, I don't think it would be accurate to describe this as 100% totally, completely a reporter being removed from the room because he was trying to do reporting. I believe it appears he was being removed from the room because he was carrying some kind of protest sign, and he planned on causing a commotion. And we're just watching all this unfold in real time. We obviously need to get more information about all of this, but it appears that is exactly what took place here. This man, either who is a journalist or was posing as a journalist, had planned on holding up a sign during this press conference, and so now he has been removed from this room quite forcibly. I mean, this was not somebody who was willing to go on his own volition, Anderson.
And Jim, what is it you thought was said on the sign? And we'll try to re-rack the video so that we can see for ourselves what was on the small sign that he was holding up. But you said it was something you thought about something to do with nuclear weapons?
Yeah, forgive me for looking down at my phone, Anderson. I did snap a picture of the sign. The sign said nuclear weapons ban treaty. That is what the sign said. Now, I'm back down off of this chair right now. Hope you don't mind me doing that because we have the delegation coming into the room.
That's fine.
The Secretary of State, Mike Pompeo, is coming into the room. The Chief of Staff, John